Hi. This is an interesting story about a mango tree and a peepal tree. Most of you might have known mango tree, and peepal tree belongs to fig or mulberry family, and it is special because it is said that peepal trees release oxygen even at nights, while all the other trees releases oxygen during day and carbon dioxide during night times. This peepal tree is also called as Bodhi tree, Pipala tree, Peepul tree, and Ashwatha tree. So once upon a time in a jungle, there was a mango tree and a peepal tree. The mango tree was warm-hearted just like its fruits, while peepal tree was unsympathetic. One day, the queen of honeybees came to reside in that jungle. So it came along with its fellow bees. So she approached the peepal tree first because it was very dense. She selected the peepal tree for making their nest. So she approached the peepal tree and requested to allow them to take shelter in one of its branches. But the peepal tree replied that it does not like anyone taking shed over it. And it asked the bees to go somewhere else to make their nest. Mango tree, which was just next to the peepal tree, heard their conversation and called the queen of bees and voluntarily permitted them to make their nest on it. The queen and her fellow bees went within the mango tree and created their nest and then thanked the mango tree for providing shelter. After a few days, two carpenters wandered in the jungle to fetch some woods. So they stopped on seeing the mango tree, and one of the carpenters said, "Wow, such amazing woods these are. We will get twice the normal price if we sell them in the market." The fellow carpenter noticed the beehive on the mango tree. He then said, "This tree has a beehive. If we cut this tree, the bees will not spare us. So let's just find some other tree." Having said this, they moved to the peepal tree and began cutting it because it was dense. So what goes around comes around. When you willingly help others, it will definitely return good to you in some way. No one has ever become poor by giving, but there are people who have become poor by keeping. Strong people never put others down, but they only lift others up. My mom owned a school, and there was a new kindergarten teacher in the school. So she was a very young teacher who started very fresh after her graduation. So on the first day, when the school was over, a small boy couldn't wear his boots. So he asked help from that teacher. Trust me, that's the toughest ever task to do. You would know if you had a toddler in the house, that is to put on the boots for a toddler. While she pulled and he pushed, the boots still didn't go on. After managing one boot, when the second boot was on, she almost sobbed when the little boy said, "Teacher, they're on the wrong feet." She looked and realized it was on the wrong feet. It wasn't any easier pulling the boots off than it was putting them on. She somehow managed to get the boots back on, but this time on the right feet. The boy then said, "These aren't my boots." She bit her tongue and screamed, "Why didn't you even tell this to me earlier?" and removed the boots immediately. While the boy slowly said, They are my brother's boots. My mom made me wear it today. She did not know if she should laugh or cry. She mustered up the grace and courage she had left to wrestle the boots on the boy's feet again. After a while, she suddenly asked, after putting on the boots, finally, she suddenly asked, "Where are your socks?" He said, "Oh, teacher, I stuffed them inside the front of the boots."